Hey everyone, Soundwave8084 here. In this review, take a look at Deluxe Class Transformers Age of the Primes, Alchemist Prime, one of the 13 primes here. You can see his box right here. It gets a nice box art there, and the alt mode here. More of the bot mode on the side and the back. 17 steps. It's going to get you all the way around. It comes with 2 accessories, which form some kind of lenses or goggles or something. And they also can be blades as well. They do have like some sharp pointy edges. He can use them as knives, or he can cut his toast, spread the butter, whatever. So that is the box. Now, like I said, I do like the way they do this. I think I pointed out before. And you have these kind of hooks, no J hooks. So he's on the back of the peg. You got to pull every figure off to get to him. You're also going to get your handy dandy instructions, which shows you how you can combine the accessories. You can hold them in his hands and use them as a club to beat someone. He's going to club a baby seal to make a better deal. You can peg them onto his forearms. You can use them as like knife hands. Or you can put them together, and I guess it's like he's looking at his lenses or something. I can't read it, so I'm sure I can find out how. Alright, so here is Alchemist Prime in his robot mode. Nice 360 going on here. Got some dark hunter type green. We got that blue translucent plastic, which is the plastic is all transparent and is painted over, so beware of that when we go to tab in for vehicle mode. His tires and wheels are not pinned in. They are just snap in, so that is a negative on this figure. But he just got some nice gold paint, silver paint applied elsewhere on the figure. Looks good. I think the colors are nice. It's sort of hound-like with the greens, the golds or yellows, you can say silvers. And he's got the blue eyes with the almost like goggles, and he's got this mustachioed appearance. We'll take a closer look at his head sculpt here. You can see he's got this mustache. Now, I don't know much about the character. Apparently, he appeared in Marvel Comics, and he had a mustache. He was some kind of comic, and he had a mustache. Then he has also a take on Macadam, so who has these like googly eyes, you can say. And we had him in a Build-A-Figure in the Cyberverse line. I have that somewhere. I think he's in a tub put away. So it's like an amalgamation of those 2 characters put together, and we get this guy here. This right here is painted green, paint silver, gold. And we do get green plastics, and we get painted green. So we get different colors of green going on, but it's not too jarring. A little bit of silver paint here, and we get nice mustachioed look. Kind of like Optimus Prime-like crest here in the middle, and the little round things on the sides of the head. But he looks pretty cool. So he's like a stout body. He's wide. He's built wide. We'll do some quick comparisons here. And this is, I can't remember, DK Guard or something. It might not be that. It might be a different one. Based on the War for Cybertron trilogy. It's based on the Ironhide from Siege. They transform similar. Some of the ways they transform are very similar. And you'll see that when we transform this guy. Also, the wheels being kind of Cybertronian-like instead of Earth-like. They're very similar there. He's not a small deluxe. We'll bring in another deluxe. Here is Alita 1. Of course, she's going to be small anyway. We'll put her there. You see she is a little bit shorter than Alchemist Prime. We'll bring in a breakdown as well. You can see slightly shorter, and he's smaller in stature and build. This guy is deceptively big. He's not huge, but he's not small either. So on the articulation we get on this Transformer, you can T-pose him like that. Get a spinneroonie right here. So you get that movement. We get upper bicep swivels. 90-degree bends here at the elbow. There's no wrist articulation. It's on this little peg. Not a peg, but you pop in. They can pop out pretty easily if you probably put too much force on them. We do get a 360 waist swivel. We can do the full split. We can kick forward, kick back, upper thigh swivels, 90-degree elbows, knees, and we get some ankle tilts. And you can do a little rock here. And that's also for transformation as well. Head, you can't 360 because it hits the stuff on the back. You get a slight up and down with him. So he does have like long arms, sort of giving like a Optimus Primal look. I think that's what I'm getting at with this as well, because the arms, the build is sort of like an Optimus Primal build. And here's your accessories that come with Optimus Prime. So these are like little blades right here. You also can say these could be blasters if you want to use these tips as like a tip of a barrel of a gun. You see how they are different, they're opposite, so you can combine them like that. I guess that becomes his lenses, his goggles, or like maybe he's trying to read something. And you just peg this one in one hand and this in the other hand, just like that. Hey, maybe he's looking at the centerfold. Ooh, moon racer. No. So you can have it like that, take it out apart, and he's got his weapons this way. Or you can take them. Only thing with that is like the blades don't go past his hand, so what is he cutting? Just cutting my hands up, man. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, so it's a weak accessories in my opinion for the figure. That's one of the reasons why I think I actually prefer the alt mode for this guy. The transformation is very reminiscent of your Siege and Earthrise, Ironhide, and Ratchet. And let's get to the transformation now. Then you take his accessories, you want to put them like this, with their little rounded parts facing out of the vehicle mode. And there you go, Alchemist Prime in his alt mode. Now his alt mode is where I think this figure shines. I think it's the best mode of the two. Robot mode is not bad, but I think the vehicle mode really shines here with the greens, the golds. It looks like an armored military type vehicle. Looks really cool. Could be Earth, could be Cybertronian. You can play it as either. It's like something G.I. Joe would have. And I just like the overall look of it, the blue with the green. And like I said, the only problem is the wheels because they're not pinned in. This one here doesn't really want to spin very well for me. So when I want to roll him, that one doesn't want to touch the ground and roll properly. That's my only knock on the figure in vehicle mode. And the transformation is pretty easy. Just the hands and then trying to get the back end up. I'm going to get some silver paint here on the grill for the headlights. So that's really anything different you're going to notice that you probably didn't notice in the robot mode, because on the back side of the figure up top. Otherwise, I think he looks really good in vehicle mode. Like I said, something like G.I. Joe would have, some armored type military vehicle. It looks rough and tumble, kind of fits the the big nature of the robot mode as well. So it's a nice alt mode. Do some quick comparisons here. Here's with deluxe class axle grease. They're about the same length, but Alchemist Prime is taller. We'll bring in animated Bumblebee. So if you have Fugitive Wasp from Age of the Primes, you got some comparison here with the size of that. And we'll bring in Hook. So Hook is a lot beefier. Not too much bigger, but he's just the weight and everything of the figure. You can really tell a difference when you pick them toys up. Alright, so final thoughts here on Alchemist Prime. I think the vehicle mode is the clear winner. I like the robot mode, nothing wrong with it. It's very Alchemist Primal-esque in his build and stature. The long gorilla type arms, the stout wide body. He's got a cool looking unique face sculpt. I like that. It's a combination of apparently his two different looks. I love the colors as well, but I still really like the alt mode. I think the overall look of the alt mode is a lot better and a lot cleaner. And it looks so much like it could be an Earth vehicle, or it could even still be Cybertronian. So the Primes released so far, he's probably my second favorite, right behind Megatronus. Solus still last in that, and then Prima, he's still a good Prime. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next one, peace out.